First practice in Barcelona, it was Lando Norris with the fastest time of the session, the Briton clocking in at 1 minute 14.228, the quickest tour of the Circuit of Barcelona, Catalonia. He had a bit of a wobble at the tricky turn 12 exit, dipping some rubber into the gravel. Norris is having his best start to a season in 2024, claiming his maiden victory and grabbing podium places more often than not. He sits third in the drivers' standings. With the papaya cars looking swift, there's every reason to believe he can continue that trend. Charles Leclerc found a bit of traffic when he wasn't expecting any.
Go easy, Aston Martin.
Around you, or before Stroll.
Oh, just in the middle of the corner as always.
The Monegasque also had a hairy moment exiting turn 12. After a double DNF last time out, Ferrari will be looking to reignite their challenge to the current Drivers' and Constructors' Championship leaders. That's Red Bull. Both McLaren and Mercedes made great strides in recent races, and so an improved Scuderia could make the next few Grand Prix genuinely open contests with 4 teams in the fight. Sergio Perez wasn't happy with his setup.
Is there anything wrong with the throttle pedal that we are understeering too much on corner exits?
Like I said, we'll have a talk in the garage.
The Mexican driver has failed to finish his last 2 Grand Prix and will be looking to bounce back in Barcelona. Checo has dropped down to 5th in the driver's standings, a long way back from Red Bull teammate and current championship leader, Max Verstappen. The Dutchman was suffering with clutch issues during the session. Incidentally, Verstappen has taken a new power unit for this weekend, the last one in his season's allocation. New parts on quite a few cars, some visible, some not. Easier to spot with the erratic rear wings. Valtteri Bottas's DRS flap wobbling, as was Yuki Tsunoda's. The Japanese driver nipped past George Russell at one point, confusing the Mercedes man.
Don't know what Tsunoda was doing there. I pulled to the right and he just aimed for me.
Tsunoda's V-Carb teammate Daniel Ricciardo finally finished in the points last time out, and during his media duties yesterday stated he wants to remain in the Red Bull family. P15 for the Honey Badger as the flag fell on FP1. Home hero and 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso caused a brief red flag when his Aston Martin lost a bit of front wing whilst taking some curb at turn 9, the errant carbon fibre landing directly on the racing line. The veteran Spaniard's last win was at this very track back in 2013. Esteban Ocon complained of tyre degradation issues.
Grip dropped massively that lap.
Yeah, understood. Let's see what we get after a double call, see if anything comes back.
Alpine have announced that former Benetton and Renault team principal Flavio Briatore will be returning to the F1 fold and his old team, taking up an executive advisory role with the Enstone outfit as they look to force their way back up the standings. Nico Hülkenberg was given a lie-in today, with Oliver Bearman taking the German's Haas out for a spin. The first of 2 FP1 sessions in 3 weekends for the reserve driver, who currently sits in 13th place in both the F2 and F1 driver standings, the latter courtesy of his points finish in Jeddah and standing in for Carlos Sainz. So after 1 hour of running in Barcelona, the standings were as follows. Norris topped from Verstappen, then came Sainz, Russell, Perez, Piastri, Hamilton, Ocon, Alonso and Alex Albon. P11 for Leclerc, he was ahead of Bottas, Gasly, Stroll, Ricciardo, Zhou Guanyu, Kevin Magnussen, Logan Sargent, Oliver Bearman and Yuki Tsunoda.